Hi, hello everyone. Welcome to my channel.
Medico Medu, Medico Medu, Medico Medu, Medico Medu.
In this video, I'm going to talk about the counseling process, not just the All India counseling for NEET, but also the Karnataka state counseling process in brief. Let's start. After the NEET results are out, we can participate in two types of counseling. One is the All India level counseling, which is conducted by MCC for MBBS, BDS, and BSc Nursing for central universities. Coming to the state level counseling, that is state quota counseling, it is done by the respective states of our country, and this state counseling in Karnataka is conducted by KEA. And here there is combined counseling every year. So I'll talk about combined counseling in the later part of this same video. 15% of total 100% available government seats in a state is allotted through MCC counseling, and the rest 85% government MBBS seats are allotted to the state counseling of that state. So that is how the ratio is maintained for allotting the seats in the case of government MBBS seats for the students. Now, let me tell you the other seats which are available under the MCC counseling. First, AIMS, JIPMER, deemed universities, ESIC, AFMC, central universities like AMU, BHU. All of these are also the other quotas under the MCC counseling itself. Now, talking about the KEA counseling, Karnataka State Counseling for NEET, we have 85% of government seats. Then we have private in government seats, which is semi government seats. Next, we have private in private seats. Along with these, we also have management seats and NRI seats. So, these are the different seats which are allotted through the KEA counseling. All India level counseling for Ayush courses like BAMS, BNYS, BUMS, BSMS, and BHMS is done by AACCC. That's how the All India Ayush courses seats are allotted by AACCC. And if we talk about the state level Ayush courses offering colleges, then the seats for those colleges are allotted through the concerned state authority itself. Along with the MBBS and BDS counseling, they have this Ayush counseling also parallelly done. Now talking about the rounds. Okay, so there are basically 4 rounds in all India level for MBBS and BDS conducted by MCC, and in the state level, that is in Karnataka, we have basically 3 rounds. About the flow of these rounds, first the all India level MCC round 1 is conducted, post which the results of state level first round are released. After this, the second round of MCC is conducted and the results are out. Once the results of MCC are out, then the state level round 2 results are out. So, is the flow followed? That is, third round, which is otherwise known as mop-up round in MCC, is conducted and the results are out. After that, again, the mop-up round in the state level will start and the results are out for that also. Finally, after this, the stray vacancy in MCC will start, that is the fourth round. So this is how the flow is, and this is how the procedure is, and how the rounds are followed. First, I will brief you different steps in MCC counseling. After that, you by yourself will understand the differences between All India NEET counseling and the state Karnataka counseling easily. The first step in MCC counseling is the registration. We'll have to register on their official website. Once the registration is done, we need to pay the fees. So this fees is divided into 2 types. One is the refundable fee and the other one is the non-refundable fees. So both of these fees is to be paid to the authority for us to participate in the counseling. That is, if we want to proceed further, then this should be paid. This fees is different for different categories for availing different seats in the counseling. After this, now let me tell you about the next step. The next step is the choice entry. This choice entry is the important step in the counseling. We should be very careful while proceeding with this step. Okay, so I'll tell you about this choice entry a little later. Now, coming to the next point, after the choice entry, the results will be out. Once the result is out, we'll be getting to know the seat which is allotted to us. After that, we will report to the college. Once we report to the college, then we can proceed ahead with the document submission, verification, and admission finally. So that is how the flow is. So this is a simple flow, yet tricky to follow. All this you will be following only if you're satisfied with the seat which is allotted in the first round. If you're not satisfied with the seat which is allotted for you in the first round, then you will want to upgrade for the second round. That is, you will want to hold the first round seat and will want to participate in the second round, right? So for that also we'll have to visit the college and tell them that you want to go for upgradation. Only then you can hold the first round seat and upgrade yourself for the second round's result. So that is how you can upgrade yourself for the second round. If you have not been allotted with any seat in first round itself, you have to participate in the second round. Now let me tell you about the choice filling. Choice filling by taking an example. Let's say some X person has scored a very good score in NEET and he has got AIR 8. Now, for this person, the choice filling will be too easy. It's like a cakewalk for him. He will just enter one or two colleges like AIMS Delhi or some other very reputed college of our country, and he will directly get admission in that college, right? So it's a very easy task for him. On the other side of the coin, let's say somebody has scored 80,000 rank. Somebody has got 80,000 rank. For that person, the choice filling will be too crucial because he is on the borderline. For him, option entry will be too crucial. Option entry is nothing but choice filling. So that will be too crucial for him. He'll have to first enter the government colleges, after that the private colleges if he's interested. Otherwise, he'll have to think of some other courses like BDS. For option entry, we have to research first. That is, we have to check for the cutoffs of different colleges of our state, and then we have to compare it with the seat matrix which is released before any round is conducted, and that is how we have to cross verify different things with the priority that we have and the cutoffs that we have. Only then we should proceed ahead with the choice filling. That's the reason this option filling, that is choice filling, is considered as the most crucial part in the counseling process, and we should be very careful while filling this. Now I will tell you about the Karnataka counseling. So as I told in the starting of the video itself, that in Karnataka we have combined counseling. So this combined counseling is conducted for MBBS, BDS and other courses, including the KSET courses. So the different courses which are coming under the KSET examination are also counseled through this counseling only. The most benefited students in Karnataka are the students who take PCMB as their stream in class 11th and 12th. As most of these students will be writing KSET as well as NEET, will be applying for different courses which are coming under both of these examinations, and they can benefit out of this combined counseling. So let me take my example and explain this in much more detail. I have written both KSET and NEET as my stream in class 11th and 12th was PCMB. After writing these two examinations, I had an option of entering both MBBS colleges and engineering colleges in my choice filling. But I did not enter both of these. As I was not interested in engineering, I just entered MBBS colleges. After that, I have added BDS colleges. That's how I gave my option entry. So in Karnataka, the choice filling is known as option entry. So I gave my option entry in this manner. But for the students who want to take engineering as a backup plan, if they're not getting allotted with MBBS seat, they might be allotted with engineering seat. If they have that confidence, they can apply for engineering colleges also. If not engineering colleges, they can apply for some other colleges under the KSET courses, like we have agriculture, veterinary, B Pharma, Pharma D. They can avail the courses coming under this examination also by participating in the same counseling. So already I have told about the All India level counseling in brief. Now I'll just highlight the differences between the All India quota counseling and state quota counseling. Particularly Karnataka counseling I'll be highlighting. So in Karnataka, unlike MCC counseling, first major difference is combined counseling which is done here, and the second thing is here something called as mock allotment is also released. That is, before the first round results are out, the mock allotment results are out, and after the mock allotment also the candidates are given an option to modify their option entry. That is, they can't add any options again, but they can modify it. That is, they can edit it, they can delete it, they can delete few colleges, or they can reorder the college's priority also. So that is one of the advantage which is given by KEA. And the option entry which is done before the first round is considered as the final option entry, and no additions to this option entry is allowed after the first round and during the second round also. This is not the case with MCC, right? So for MCC, we'll have to register every time. If we want to participate in first round, then we have to register first, then we have to enter the options, and after that, if we want to participate in the second round, then again we have to freshly register and enter our options. So that is not the case with KEA counseling.
Fourth difference.
In Karnataka is that if we want to upgrade for the second round, then we should not visit the college. We have to enter our choice in the portal itself. So after the results of first round are out for Karnataka state, then they'll give us four options. That is, the first option is to take the admission in the college. The second option is to upgrade for the next round. The third option is to delete the college that is being allotted in the current round and upgrade for the second round. And the fourth option is to exit completely from the counseling. So these are the four options which are given for all the students who have got seats in the first round after the results in Karnataka. This is not the case with the MCC, as I've already told. We have to go in person to the college and ask them for the upgradation, and there will be no such options given in the MCC website. This was a very brief explanation, and that's all about this video. Meet you all in another video. Until then, keep watching my videos, like this video, share it with your friends if you found it informative. Bye bye.